Remember how Daniel Espinosa and Casey Affleck are bringing us a movie based on the Boston Marathon attack called Boston Strong? Well, there's another movie going into development based on the events in Boston. This one will be called Patriots' Day and will reportedly star and be produced by Mark Wahlberg, who will play Boston Police Commissioner Ed Davis and will tell his story from his perspective. Dennis, buy or sell the concept for Patriots' Day?
I'll tentatively buy it. I don't know if it's like too soon, and to have two movies might be a little overwhelming for like a subject matter like this. I just hope that it's not kind of over sentimental, flag waving type of movie. I think when we talked about this like months and months ago about Michael Bay and how he was going to take on that Benghazi movie,
right,
and I mentioned something similar to it, and people are like, Dennis, what, you don't like America? I'm like, I'm American. I was born in America. I love America, but I just don't. I like subtlety, especially when it comes to a serious subject matter in a drama. If it's a comedy, sure, you go way over the top, but something like this needs to be handled well. And I'm not a fan of just that type of over the top flag waving stuff.
You know who loves this news is that police commissioner, because he's like, Mark Wahlberg's going to play me. Yeah. This is like the best news to him ever. Look, my initial reaction was actually quite negative. My initial reaction was quite negative because one movie coming out to tell these stories. Look, I don't believe in too soon. Mm-hmm. I really don't. I think these are stories that should be told. I think we should be telling these stories, even of the most tragic events. I think we should tell these stories. So I'm not, somebody who jumps up and down and yells too soon. But the idea of two of them coming out roughly at the same time, this sounds a little capitalistic. Like taking advantage of the situation. Now, look, I'm not naive either. I understand every major motion picture that's ever been made has been made to make money. I understand that. These movies are no different. But my mind changed a little bit when I started reading into it and understanding this is actually going to be a quite different movie. This is going to be a movie told from the perspective of the police commissioner. It's almost going to, and you can feel it in the sense that the idea of, number one, it's a mystery. But number one, a clock is ticking. You got to find the people who did this. You've got a city in fear. And being told from his perspective, I think that will set this up. While it revolves around the same events as the Casey Affleck project, I think it sets it up that it will be a unique enough project that it will stand on its own. So because of that, while I still have some reservations about it, like you, for many different reasons, for now, I'm actually going to mildly give it a buy. Alicia?
Yeah, I have reservations as well. It's hard to say whether two movies is too much or if they'll explore completely different things. I'm going to tentatively buy it because the news that came out at the same time as announcing this movie was the setup of 60 Minutes Productions. So 60 Minutes now are going to do their own producing when it comes to taking a story from their show, which this is based on, and putting it on the big screen. Because in the past, movies or TV shows, they always go to 60 Minutes or any kind of magazine stories to find material for their shows or their movies. So I think it's kind of cool that they're setting up their own production company and they're going to mine their existing stories for more films. And it sounds like an interesting story. Tentatively buy.